hinder progress. If instead your mind is filled to the brim with how your puppy must be feeling, confused, lonely, your own anger evaporates. You know what that makes room for? Effective problem solving. Oddly enough, the magic answer to all of puppyhood is empathy, not some fancy dog trainer technique, plain old empathy. I promise it'll make you a happier throughout puppyhood and help you become a dramatically better teacher for your puppy. Here's a glimpse of what it looks like to approach a handful of the most common puppyhood challenges using Planet Dog empathy. Biting on Planet Dog. On Planet Dog, everyone in polite society explores new things by mouth. Given the absence of hands, it's the most effective, most satisfying way to engage. Puppies in particular use their mouths to play with their friends and to investigate the world around them. People who aren't thinking about their puppy's natural Planet Dog culture are alarmed by this mouthiness. They feel they may have picked the wrong one. The kids cry, "I don't like her, she's biting me." The humans put the pup in the crate for yet another hour thinking, "That'll teach her." It doesn't need to be this way. Owners who are operating out of Planet Dog empathy will wake up in the morning to a bitey pup, and their first thought will be, "Oh, you're missing playing with your friends the way you used to. You're trying to play with us that way." The thinking cap goes on, and the mind is open. As your pup's only guide to Planet Human, how can you help this dear toddler who's trying her best to navigate a challenging transition? Suddenly the answers are obvious. So often, particularly regarding mouthiness, people tell me their puppy just doesn't understand the word no. My answer is that when you set up your puppy's day to match her needs, you'll barely need to use that word. Saying no a lot means you may have forgotten that you, say it with me, kidnapped a baby from another planet. Having taken that dramatic action, it's only right to do everything you can to help her adjust. Aloneness on Planet Dog. On Planet Dog, puppies are virtually never alone. From the moment they are born, they're surrounded by littermates and within a leap or two of their mom. That makes for constant companionship, fun, exercise, and warmth. Once brought to Planet Human, a puppy might spend the vast majority of his time alone in a cold crate and an empty kitchen. When this toddler naturally cries out for companionship, he is yelled at by the human who is his sole connection in this new life. He needs to learn. He already had a walk around the block, plus I just played with him for a while. Now I'm busy. There's a better way. Leading with empathy makes us realize that while eventually this baby needs to learn to hang out alone, shock treatment is not the most effective learning experience. Furthermore, it can easily have the unintended consequence of making it even scarier to be alone. Once inside your puppy's head, you'll gravitate toward a stair-step approach to help him learn to feel content while alone. As our little alien gets used to life with humans over the first weeks, aided by Planet Dog-oriented approaches, pretty soon Puppy is happily enjoying his own company for reasonable stretches of the day that can get longer every week. The leash on Planet Dog. On Planet Dog, there are no leashes. Imagine a recently kidnapped puppy's terror when a strange thing is tightened around her neck and suddenly she's pulled around by it. Even worse, she is dragged outside into a world she's never seen before, with loud noises and other creatures that are utterly foreign. So many new owners are mystified when this pup is reluctant. They just pull her along, thinking, she's so weird, all dogs like walks, I'm sure she'll get used to it. And generally, she does. Only after experiencing a lot of fear and losing trust in her human. In contrast, the owner who remembers the key information, just a baby, will consider how terrifying this could be, which opens up the mind. How could this walk be made less frightening? Ideas abound. Within days, this pup, raised in empathy, is happily walking, on leash, up and down the street with her trusted owner, who feels all the closer to her pup for the journey they've just taken. The other type of owner, who is in a rush to get these walks going, is still dealing with a skittish walker weeks later. Tinkling on Planet Dog. The challenge of potty training is the primary source of the sleepless